You have a thought and then you have an emotional response to it. So really the thought and the emotion are happening simultaneously. But we want you to notice first the emotion and then put the emphasis upon the thought that has caused the emotion. It'll be a really good way for you to perpetuate this momentum, because more momentum, then it easier it is for you to continue this thought. So when you are in that vibrational place where your vortex is in this high, pure vibration, and you are too, here you are, your vibrational frequency and that of your source and that of your vortex is all the same. And so now, when you follow the trail that has no resistance and lots of momentum, it's not only going to be really, really satisfying because it's fun in the moment, it's going to produce really, really wonderful things, which is satisfying in all those other levels of things that you put into your vortex. Does that make sense to you? You just can't go wrong. And that's the best example so far of what we were saying earlier about make it an emotional manifestation that you're reaching for. And when you're focusing on the manifestation of the emotion of fun, everything else takes care of itself. Every single thing you want is because you believe in the having of it, you will feel better. So it's the feeling better that is the end that you're wanting to find the means to.
I'd like you to help me clean up my vibration and get in the vortex to get my lover.
You believe more in the absence of your lover than you do the presence of your lover. You've thought more about your lover not being there than you have thought about your lover being there. That's all. We want you to think about what's going on in your vibrational reality more than you think about what's not going on out here. And the lover that you want is someone who's already in the vortex.
Is he here?
That's why. That's why you can't find your lover outside the vortex.
Okay.
Your work is just to practice the feeling of being in the vortex. Most everybody's trying to fix the relationships outside the vortex and can't be done. Have you ever had somebody who wanted something from you and so you beat it? You found a way to become it. And then they wanted something just a little more or different. Anytime you are trying to modify yourself from feedback that you're getting from other people, there's 100% chance that you are being trained away from your own guidance system. Meanwhile, over here is your vortex spinning with the most incredible relationship ever manageable, spinning over here. But because you're so focused over here on all of these things that are happening and all of these things that are valid and all of these things that are real, that you're holding yourself outside the proximity of your vortex. All you'd have to do is just stop doing that. It's your job to tone yourself, to tune yourself, to train yourself, to align yourself with who you really are, you see. When you're in alignment with who you really are and another person's in alignment with who they really are, that law of attraction brings you together. In other words, when two people are in their vortex and the vortex arranges the rendezvous, that's a good time to use the label of soulmate, because you're in alignment with that which is your soul and the other's in alignment with that which is their soul. And under those conditions, the law of attraction must bring these cooperative components together. The biggest problem we have is with the people that we love the most. And so your love or desire to love them sucks you in, and then you just get in there and you take potluck. Law of attraction would not put you together if you did not feel the familiar commitment of family. We would practice the vibration of mother. We would practice the vibration of brother. We would train ourselves in to a vibration about anybody that we have to spend time with or that we're likely to spend time with. We'd train ourselves into a vibration that feels good when we're there. And then law of attraction must give that part of them to you. When you care about how you feel and you're willing to line up your energy, you can find that newfound vibration. And you will see relationships transforming all over the place around you. How does one go about observing everything around, plenty of it good, plenty of it not so good, without feeling the discord of what is not wanted? There are a few tools. Today we are calling it virtual reality. You just create in your virtual reality something that pleases you. And we've noticed that as you play the game, as you dart in, set the scene, choose something really quickly, exchange a few words, and dart out, you can maintain for 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds, sometimes 10, 5, 4. In other words, just a spattering of time, you can maintain a vibration that really, really serves you well. The key to virtual reality is get in quick, get a good feeling moment, practice it for a moment, then get out.
It's natural that you revert back to those patterns, but every time you do now, you'll be more aware of it than you've ever been before. What we're asking of you is to deliberately get out ahead of it. More segment intending, more meditating, quiet your mind, and more creating an atmosphere where a dream can occur to you, where you can just catch a little glimpse of something. Just catch a little glimpse of it and then let it play out in your mind. Don't try to add to it. Don't try to guide it. Don't get a notebook and try to write it down. Just let it play out in your mind for the pleasure of the movie playing in your mind. When I do my segment intending, I get what I want 10 times from the first time you do it. More. Try it. You'll like it.
You can get so good at asking and allowing and asking and allowing that you open the gap and close it and open the gap and close it and open the gap and close it, that those watching you would not ever be able to discern anything other than confident, loving, secure, appreciative emotion from you.
Can the asking and answering from a non-source perspective be embodied in one person in a very high vibrationally balanced way?
No, because you can't ask and receive the answer at the same time. It's two different moments in time. But you can ask in one moment, get yourself in alignment, and receive the answer in the next. But you can't do step 1 and step 3 at the same time. So if you could begin saying things such as, I've asked, and now I'm ready for the answers. And I'm enjoying the rhythm of a question, an answer, another question, an answer, another question, another answer, another question, another answer. And all of it is joyful expansion. Now that I know you, it's like all this stuff was lined up outside my door. And I opened the door a crack and whoa! People say, is it normal for all hell to break loose in one's life when they begin doing this work? And we say, it is a little bit like you've pulled a rubber band back, and when you let go, you really fly far, you see. It's such an odd thing for us to see your virtual bank accounts in relationship to your bank accounts. It's just odd. We know that telling it like it is has been highly regarded, but we're here to tell you, telling it like it is will hold it like it is forever, indefinitely. In other words, so you sat down and those are the words that are the most dominant in your vibration. What is just so loud. And that's because, it's a simple reason, you're letting most of your vibration be in response to what you're observing instead of what you are envisioning. You do have control over the thoughts that you think, but you got to start new habits. You got to talk to different people. You got to talk about different things. You've got to start telling the story differently. We would recommend that as soon as you leave this gathering, that you get a notebook and you call it My Life Story, and you begin writing chapter 1, My Life Story Relative to Abundance, and you just fabricate a fabulous fairy tale that is pleasing to you in some way, and you say, good, this is the new me. This is the new vibrational virtual me.
Curious if the universe or even Abraham gives signs. It seemed a little foreign to me, the idea of channeling and non-physical entities and everything, but I was open-minded. And as I was turning the corner to her place, I saw a car right in front of me, and on the back it said Abraham. And I've never seen a brand Abraham. I've seen Toyota. I mean, it was literally like it said Toyota. So is that me manifesting it, telling myself, or is that some kind of sign from you or the universe? Or
before there is any manifestation, there is a pre-paving of vibration or thought first. And once something has been thought into alignment, then and only then does the manifestation come about.
We want you to understand that there is divine timing going on in your experience all day, every day. You just got to create the atmosphere. That's what Esther is saying to her friend the other day. Our work, singularly, it's not our work to find the path. It's not your work to find the relationship. It's not your work to figure it out. It's not your work to fill in the grid. It's your work, your singular work, to prepare a vibrational atmosphere around yourself so that you are the realizer of the impulses that will put you on the path. Not just because the path will lead you to where you want to go, but because the path is so delicious as it is unfolding. In other words, what could be more delicious than to feel that hands-on all day long, source energy, aware of you, knowing who you are and where you are and who you really are and what you really want, and knowing the precise path to get you from where you are to where you want to be at all times. All you got to do is chill and follow the impulses, you see. Who creates your own reality? Do you believe in law of attraction?
Yeah.
So there's a law of attraction that's responding to vibrational output. So who's responsible for the vibrational output of any?
I am.
So you're responsible for your vibrational output, and the law of attraction is responding to the vibrational output that you output, and that doesn't translate into, therefore, I create my own reality?
Yes.
There's just one thing you have to do in order to be or do or have any of it. Just one thing. You just have to desire it. But it takes a little practice to desire and then not fight against it with memories, with observations, with what you think other people think. You are putting too much credence in action and not enough credence in pre-paving. You're not putting enough credence in lining up energy. So rather than lining up energy and then noticing the results, you're just noticing the results and then trying to line up energy, and it doesn't work that way. So you got to get out ahead of it.
In some cultures, they, even in the teachers, rely heavily on the wisdom of the ancestors and paying heed to the ancestry and the lineage, and yet
Well, what all of them would like you to understand is they don't want you to remember them as they were. They want you to access them as they are. There is a continuing, up-to-date, understanding version of all of them that are flowing. You are the leading edge, and all of them are on the leading edge with you. Their interest is current, and you can count on the wisdom of that current interest, you see.
How are we influenced by the thoughts of previous generations?
The previous generations put things in vibrational escrow, which was the basis from which you were born into. So you were born with the knowing of all of the answers to all of the questions and solutions to all of the problems that they lived. Millions of people can struggle and ask for something, and one who is focused and tuned in receives an inspiration for the solution. Your solutions come even before the problem appears. You do not have ancestors from the past who are trying to influence you apart from what's in your own vibrational escrow.
A friend born with physical anomalies.
Well, you have to know that, and this is most significant, everyone, all this energy that's coming in has full awareness of what they're coming into. Now, often people say, oh, well, I'm certain we did not really know, or we would not have been born in that place, or to those parents, or in that body, or under those conditions. And we say, not only did you know it, but you wanted it, or you would not have come forth.
My family has been labeled with what they call so-called genetic disease, early onset Alzheimer's. And I heard one of the tapes a while back where you did talk a little bit about genetic diseases, as far as there's really no such thing as genetic diseases, but it's the fact that people are observing it in their family and people are talking about it.
This is the perfect conversation to have on the heels of conditional living.
Yeah.
Because as people focus upon a condition and practice the vibration of the condition, then it's logical that they would have a similar experience.
Right.
And it really makes a strong case for being unconditional, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah, because I've seen it with family members, and I'm doing the best that I can too to keep myself without thinking about it, but we get bombarded.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Something that big and that frequent and that pressing and that important, if you haven't done the vibrational work first, focusing on that condition's going to get you. In other words, and you can feel it's getting you by the discomfort you feel when you focus there.
Right.
So think about what the feeling of discomfort is really about. When someone says to you, it's heredity, or when someone says to you, it's in our genetics, or when you're focused upon someone who is having the experience of it, and you feel that discomfort, what does that discord mean? What's it telling you?
The source isn't agreeing with what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Practicing a solid, unconditional foundation on things that don't challenge you is necessary first. Because if you start with things that are challenging you, you won't make it. Because the momentum is so strong. You got to become unconditional and know that you're unconditional in other things first.